Hey everybody, Josh at Soap Creek Armory. Just want to talk to you a little bit about barrel dimpling on an AR barrel. There are some lower quality ARs on the market, fully assembled guns that don't come with a dimpled barrel. And what I mean by that is there has not been a countersunk hole directly underneath the gas port for the set screws on the gas block, so that the gas block does not rotate. And if that is bumped, or if the fasteners weren't good fasteners, or they didn't use some type of thread sealer on them, they come loose, they can just twist or come off as you're shooting. See that quite often. So it's important that you want to dimple the barrel, because that gas port always needs to be aligned with the gas port on the top of the barrel. So anyway, some people really get gung-ho, and because a lot of gas blocks have two set screws, they make two dimples, and that's not necessary, and it's not wise for a couple of reasons. If you ever have to replace your gas block, which can happen, then not everybody has the same center of hole to center of hole distance, and if you've got two dimples that are that exact distance, then you end up having to make another dimple, or it wants to slide off into that dimple. So it's good that you don't have two dimples on your barrel. When you do tighten the two set screws, you will see that if you do one dimple, that one set screw is sunk in lower to the gas block than the other, and people with OCD, that seems to bother. But here's another advantage of doing that, is that if you can look at the bottom of a gas block and see that one set screw is lower than the other, then probably that barrel has been dimpled, and you're probably not going to have as much chance of a rotation. Another key point about making a dimple is that the location of that dimple. It is directly 180 degrees across the barrel from the gas port. And the reason for that is when they make these gas blocks, they're machined, and that's where the gas tube goes in. But the first thing they do is they drill these holes for the set screws, and then they use this hole to go directly all the way through to drill the gas port hole in the gas block. So we always know where that is in relation to that one. So it's also handy for when you dimple the barrel for installation and assembly, in that you know exactly, because of where that dimple is, that you do have proper, or should have, proper gas port to gas port alignment from the barrel to the gas block. Now, as far as using something to seal your threads, first you want to use a set screw, and you may not be able to see this, that's got the knurling, the little teeth on there. Good gas blocks will come with those, cheap ones will not, but I do have those, and you can buy them. So that's pretty important to have. But also, as far as a sealer, blue Loctite does nothing, red Loctite does nothing. Why? Because this is the hottest part of your gun. It exceeds 400 degrees during the operation because of the excessive amount of gas and everything in that area. And what do you use to heat up red Loctite? Heat. And so it's already going to be melting it. So what you want to use is something like Rockset on those threads. And Rockset is not softened by heat. It has to be hot water or steam. And so anyway, just kind of wanted to share with you a couple things. If you have issues with a rotating gas block, or fasteners with the gas block, or need your barrel dimpled, stop by. It's not a difficult procedure. But anyway, this is something that really is important if you're going to have a reliable AR. Some people like to cross pin them, and the factories do really good with cross pinning because they have the proper fixtures and jigs. I will tell you that if you try to cross pin going that way, cutting a notch in the bottom of the barrel, which is how you would do that, if you do that without the proper fixturing and jigging, you can actually harm the accuracy of that barrel later. So that is something to consider. Here's the thing: with a proper dimple, good gas block, good fasteners, the right sealant, and then keeping that gas block covered by a good handguard, you really don't have to worry about things coming loose. Using the right torque spec on the fasteners, yes, that is important. And usually you can only do that if you have the right fasteners, because only the right fasteners can handle that torque spec without rounding off the inside of the fastener, the Allen head there. So anyway, if you have any questions, stop by, give us a call. Love to help you with your AR, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye now.